Hi everyone, in today's video I'm just going to quickly recap on how you can locum in community as a pharmacist. So they don't really teach you this at university, and I get quite a lot of separate emails, comments, and even one of my really good friends called Ezra, hi Ezra, asked me recently how to locum in community, and I was thinking, oh, I've already covered this in quite a few of my videos, but they've been dotted around. I've been doing the process through vlogs and stuff, and I realized that not everyone has time to sit through and watch one of my vlogs and figure out how to locum, so I thought let me just make it into a really concise summary so that it's easy for anyone who just wants like a quick insight into how to locum. One thing I just want to say is that before you start, it's the starting that's hard. That's what you need to know. So setting up can be a bit of a longer process than you would imagine. So if in the future you're thinking of locuming, I would say like set yourself up to do it so that if you want to in the future, you can just start, if that makes sense. Just put some time aside and realize that you need to gather a few things before you start locuming. You can't just wake up and be like, I'm gonna locum and then locum tomorrow. Does that make sense? So as long as you are willing and aware of like a little bit of a process at the start that you need to just get set up, then you'll be good to go. So let's get straight to it. So some of you will know from my previous videos that I've been working with LOCUM, and they're an agency that posts so many shifts for locum pharmacists online on their app. And so I am going to talk about how you can use their app and book a shift. So the first thing you want to do is download the app LOCUM, and if you download their app using my link, then you can get a £40 voucher to use in all sorts of different shops once you work your first shift. The second thing is take a look at this super helpful link they've put on their website, and that is the documents that you need to be able to start locuming. And there are the essential ones and the accreditations. So the essential documents that you need and you can't start without: photo ID, indemnity insurance, which is insurance just to make sure that if anything goes wrong you're covered, DBS to say that you're not a criminal, and your GPHC number, obviously, to say that you're a pharmacist. So there is a little bit of an approval process that goes on. So you'll just have to upload those documents, which are essential, onto your profile, which I'll talk about in a second. And then there's also accreditations, which are kind of extras, added little bonuses, so little courses to show that you've done some extra learning to be a better community pharmacist. So for these, I just set one night aside and I just blazed through as many like qualifications that I could get using the website CPPE. They're not essential, like you don't have to have these accreditations to be able to locum in community, but the more that you have, the better your profile looks. So when a community pharmacy is looking at who they're going to hire as a locum, you might have more of a chance. So the third thing you have to do is create and build your profile, and you'll have to do this anyway with the essential and the accreditations that I've just mentioned in point number 2. So what I'm saying is once you make an account with LOCUM, then you want to build your profile. So you can add your picture to your profile, you can upload all of your essential documents on there, and they will go to the approvals team so they can check if you are ready to go. And you can also upload all of your accreditations. So what I did was I just sat down in front of a computer and I already had all of my essential documents with me. I had all of my accreditations because I'd already gotten those qualifications, and I basically just made a folder on my computer and just sat down in front of it, went on the website, logged in to LOCUM, and decided to build my profile. So yeah, I just spent some time putting in and uploading all of my accreditations so that my profile looks good and is ready to go. You can actually do this on your phone, but I just found it, I just find it better and clearer, and I have more headspace when I'm using a computer and I can kind of see everything clearly. And finally, once you are approved, you can then apply for shifts. So you can look for shifts in your area, you can look for shifts in a certain pharmacy. So basically the more shifts that you apply for, the higher chance that you're going to get those shifts because you apply for more, if that makes sense. Some of them are negotiable and some of them aren't, but you'll be able to see that when you apply for it. And basically you can check which companies and which pharmacies are in your area. One day I just spent some time looking at my calendar, looking at what shifts are available, which pharmacies that I'd want to work for, which pharmacies that I would want to avoid, and went from there. So I hope that that is a nice, concise summary of how to start your locum journey. If you have any questions, then I might be able to answer them, so you can comment them down below. If not, you can actually contact LOCUM directly and they will respond to your queries, and I'll put all of their details below as well. So yeah, I hope that that has covered in a nice little short-ish video how to locum in community. Like I said, work with LOCUM because I have used them in the past. and I have the app now, and I wouldn't promote a company that I am not using, so that is why I am collaborating with them. The hardest part is the part where you kind of are on the fence when you're like deciding whether or not to go for it and whether or not to locum, but once you do your first couple of shifts, it all kind of makes sense and it does set into place, and I have never regretted keeping my foot in both doors, that being hospital and community. So what I would say is, if you're scared, just try, just go for it. The only thing you can do is then do one shift and then realize it's not for you. It's better to have gone out there and tried it than to never have tried it all and constantly be like, I never tried community and I don't know what it's like. These skill sets will only make you a better pharmacist. So that's what I want to say, and I will see you in the next video.